Now, on top of this cognitive disaster, what we have AI working with us. So every suggestion that AI is moving to a developer requires to read it, to comprehend it, to check its output against the intent that you had at the beginning, to verify if the suggestion doesn't break anything, and then to decide if we want to accept or reject the suggestion and roll back. If a developer hasn't the ability to have the focus to do that, then goodbye. You are under red flag immediately. And as you can understand, you cannot trust the AI code generation due to the nature of a large code base that has intrinsic hallucination into the generation of code. But if the people that are supervising the code, they don't have the brain capacity to stop it, then guys, you have a system that is shipping bugs faster. And for this reason, as you understand, the agentic AI dream or unsupervised AI revolution, as a lot of vendors they are telling, in this scenario is almost a Russian roulette. The code base will explode, and it's not a matter of when. It will explode, period, for sure, and soon. So as you see, focus immediately a first dimension to check. The second dimension is technical practices, something that here, as you see in the Software Craftsmanship Dojo, is a core tenet of our program. Because if a developer cannot understand when AI is wrong, then we have a problem. But I'm not talking about the obvious, hey, you are wrong, but the subtly wrong. The kind of software that still compiles, still passes the test, but then creates bugs and incidents in production with a compound effect that you start to realize in months. This is where fundamentals, they become force multipliers. And I tell you this because after all this experimentation, all this assessment with organizations that are not strong in fundamentals, what is emerging is that in the AI era, test-driven development, acceptance test-driven development, and behavior-driven developments are not dogma. They are must-have. They are survival abilities that, unfortunately, not every development team has. And so what we check is the ability to being able to work with this foundation toward the new way of developing, that is spec-driven development. That means you are writing the specification of what you want to achieve as a top layer of the specification that are describing all your software life cycle. And then you have framed it in a way that you don't need to babysit AI, because the scope of the problem is so narrow that the probability to have hallucination for AI is reduced to a magnitude of multiple zeros. And this way, you can define the code flow and refine it in a way that mirrors every single developer. And when you put on top of it the ability to test the output with the unit integration end-to-end and user experience test to certify that this is exactly what the user wants, then you have bingo, because both sides, the product and the technical part, have the test green that the software was produced in the right way and it's compliant as the desires of the user for the right product. And so you see that in this way, you are assessing a piece of code against a multi-layer of specs. All the organizations that we have assessed so far, that they have struggled with the fundamentals, we saw the root cause was they don't have TDD, and how they can test the output of their software if they don't have the test. It's impossible. So the pattern here is simple. If you test your software after you have code, AI will multiply for sure bug rates. If the developers are saying that they handle the test to the QA, you know that AI will simply multiply your rework. So with this dimension, what we ensure is the ability for you to amplify AI to the next level. That is spec-driven development, all to roll back to the base. And in this way, what we prevent is letting you working with developers that are relying on AI like a leap of faith.